if I could make one adjustment, and this could be something that you could teach me on how to do to the PC that you've given me. I don't know how possible it is.
Hmm.
I do want a disc tray. The
I,
amount of
I think we can do
times
it.
I think we can do it. The amount of times I'm like going into CX and I'm like, because I don't know if I'm right here. Because again, when I was a kid, I used to play PC a bit, but it wasn't really the PC. Like I do remember. Firstly, actually, do you remember? Do you have stuff in cereals? Sounds a bit
Oh
right. Do you
no,
remember
I
the
completely get you.
Bionicle
It's like the
ones?
cereal
Do you know the
boxes and stuff
Bionicle?
like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Bionicle ones. You got the mini little disc. You put them in. You got anyway. I just remember though, disc trays and that obviously that you put the game in, but you don't actually need the disc in the tray. It just downloads it. It
Mm.
was such a pointless thing, but obviously the go-to is like Steam and that, and it's like okay, that's fine, but like it's also quite expensive.
Yeah.
You see a lot of I walk past CX pretty much all day, all the time,
You just
and
circle round. You just go
I
like
do circle.
you have.
It's my place,
That is
man.
your
It's
life, just
my
walking
place.
around
It
the
is my
CX
life.
block.
Whenever there's a C, you know how like people, you have to go in somewhere, like you just have to.
Mm.
That's me in CX. It's like if you
You've
know,
got to. You always have
my
that
mum
one shop.
absolutely, yeah, my mum absolutely loves Asda, and I'm pretty sure if she saw every Asda, she'd be like, oh, let's just pop into Asda. I don't know why, don't ask, but like I'm the same with CX, and I could look at the same games and like just, I even sometimes go on, I make a mental note of what games are on CX like near me. So like, if I've got a game, I'd be like, oh, where can I buy this? And I'll do near me. And if it's Tunbridge Wells, Maidstone, or Tunbridge, I'm like, set, brilliant, love that. So it means I can actually go out my way and get it. But no, I do see a lot of PC. Like, well, can't really do much with them. But then some of them are like pretty nostalgic sort of games. I'm like, oh shit, no way, that exists. So
Yeah.
something to maybe upgrade. My upgrade won't be graphics wise. It would just be this tray.
No, no. I mean, I know that they use discs a lot for old PC games, especially
Yeah.
for like copy protection. I remember I was trying
Yeah.
to get Underground 2 set up, and
Oh wow. Oh god, yeah.
one of the things about it is like some of the EA games before they started having like DRM protection like inbuilt, because it went discs, it went serial keys, as in like you get the box and you'd have like a 25-digit code to activate your game to make sure that you can like just take the disc from someone and just steal it essentially. And then obviously now we're in like an online age where everything has got digital rights management, everyone's got protection. But no, one of the things that used to be the case with a lot of old games like Underground 2 when I was trying to set up is that you will have the game disc, but then you would have a second disc that you'd have to put in to verify it.
Right, that was the case. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I remember.
Yeah. It's like you try and boot the game, like it would download the game off the first disc, and then when you try to boot the game, it said, please insert disc 2.
Yeah, 360 did that on GTA. They had 2 discs. And I remember there's a game called, it's Star Wars Rebel. It's exactly the one I had was Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. And that used to it played on 2 discs. So you'd play it on the first one, and then you'd literally get to like this checkpoint on the game, and it'd be like, please insert disc 2.
Yeah, no, it's so bad. I mean, don't even get me started, because there were PS2 games that were run like 4 discs. I think it was like one of the Final Fantasies had 4 discs to it.
Oh dear,
I cannot remember which one.
I know Rage on the 360 had 3 discs. It was ridiculous.
No, I think with a lot of games like that, though, I think it's a case of the game is so big, especially on the later gen, like on the later titles.
Nowadays, you wouldn't see.
No, but I mean, on like next gen titles, the discs are so large that you still have to do a download on next gen, right? Because I don't have an Xbox One or PS4 or any of the new gen consoles.
The download thing annoys me, right? Because, for example, it's better but annoying, because any game that you ever put in, you have to install it. Even if it's like a backwards compatibility game, it has to be installed, which is better in a way because it goes off a server. It doesn't necessarily, I could be wrong on this, but I think it goes more off like an online server than it does the disc. And there was the only way that would be a safe haven on previous consoles, the Xbox 360, would be that if your disc is like, I remember my Modern Warfare 2 disc was absolutely scratched to bits. Like, I don't know what happened to it. Like, you know, the plastic rim bit that sort of breaks up the You know,
Oh
you've got
yeah.
the rims on the plastic. You've got the one in the middle, which obviously sits even on the CD player, or
Yeah,
sits
because you've
just
got that
there.
little bit in the
That
middle, and then you've got the actual
yeah,
written data on the
yeah,
disc around
yeah.
to the
So you've
edges.
got that in the middle, little plastic bit. That was smashed. Like that was like cracked. Don't know
Oh my
what
god,
happened.
how?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I was bought like that. You know, because when I first bought it, my brother was like, "You're not playing it. You're not ruining my KD," and I was like, "All right, get over yourself." But I don't know what happens. But you could install the games on the 360, and it would then use the installed version of that. It wouldn't like care what the disc is. It would just think there is something here that I recognise. Oh, but you've got it on the console. Okay, we'll play it through there. And that's the one good thing about the newer console, the Xbox One and the PS4s and the Series X, is that you need the disc because it tells you the game, it tells the console that you have it, but you don't. If it's broken, it doesn't really change too much. It sometimes can. I have had it where it does, but it sort of works. It does it. It's just the palaver of installing when you just want to play the game. You can't
Yeah.
just put the game in now and play it.
Yeah, I think how it works with back compat is that essentially it downloads a mirror like of the
Yeah,
game
it's
onto your
emulated.
hard drive. Yeah,
It's
because
really
it's
emulated.
got an inbuilt emulator.
Yeah, like you bring up the 360 dash on it, and you can adjust and change things through the 360 dashboard that you can do on the 360. It's
I
really,
still think
really
that's so
quite
cool
clever.
though. I think that's so
Quite
cool, the fact
clever.
that
Yeah.
they put in the dashboard and everything, not just like, oh, if you hit the Xbox button it just reveals you're in an Xbox One. No, they put the proper dashboard
Oh yeah.
back in.
100%. They've
I
done it.
love
Oh yeah.
that. I love that.